Hey guys, it's Lucy and welcome to day 9 of my 12 days of Runmas. Again, back at it again. This morning I decided to get out Santa's hat and rummage through the little amount of miles I had left and my luck has well and truly run out because this morning I pulled out a nice healthy 8 miles. I knew I had 1 mile 7, 8, 9 left. The chances were I would get a long one. So I am going to be glad to get these 8 miles done, but I would have been happy with a 1 mile. I'm getting back into that mindset of I'll be happy just to do the bare minimum. I'll be happy just to do the 1 mile today. But the whole reason I'm doing this series is, well, mainly to encourage other people to believe in themselves and get their trainers on and give it a go. But also I'm doing it for selfish reasons because I need to practice persistence and resilience. I need to practice pulling out 8 miles from a hat on a Friday morning and going and smashing 8 miles. It's all a bit relevant really to today's subjects that I'm going to be talking about, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the benefits I've had from running is I am now living my dream. My warm-up is done, nearly 1.5 miles done for my warm-up. I am nice and warm now, which is brilliant. I was absolutely freezing. I thought I would try and stick to trails. I've got my trail shoes on this morning, but some of the paths are okay to run on, so I am going to try and get running done on these paths. While I've got my trail shoes on, I'll do a bit of trail running as well. Why not? Let's mix it up. But anyway, let's get going, yeah? Okay, doing a mixture of trail and paths I think was a mistake because on this route that I'm doing, the paths were clear when I started, but as I'm going around this loop, they're really slippery. But I'm about 2.25 miles in to the run already. Not too bad actually, it doesn't feel like I've been running very long. I think I've just been so distracted and concentrating on not falling on my face. Today's subject is all about the benefit that I've had from running, and that is that I am now living my dream. Now, when I was 230 pounds and at my most unfit and at my most unhappy, I used to just sit and imagine and daydream what it would be like to run for miles and miles on end. And obviously I had my husband who runs all the time. He used to come home from a run and I used to say, oh, how many miles? And he'd be like, oh, 6 or 14 or whatever it was, depending on what he was training for. And I used to just imagine, like, God, what must that be like to go and run for miles and miles without stopping, just running as if it's like a walk, and then come home and have him ask me how many miles and have me just say, oh, 6 miles, like it's nothing. Absolute dream. But do you know what? I never ever think about that anymore. The fact that I used to just completely daydream about what that would be like, because it's so ingrained in my everyday life that it's not a dream anymore, because it is literally my reality. And after every run, or most runs, my husband will be like, oh, how many miles? How did you do? And I'll be like, oh, I just did a 5k, or just a 10k, or I got 10 miles done today, whatever it is. I think that in itself is an absolute dream. The fact that I can have those conversations and it be nothing is me living the dream that I wanted. But anyway, I'm actually getting a bit cold, so let's keep running. The path seems a bit clear, so I'm going to keep running. I managed to get round some of those really slippy paths, and I'm not even halfway through this run, and like, I'm really finding this one tough. Actually does blow my mind how different a run can feel one day to the next. It literally doesn't matter what the mileage is that you're planning to do. It all depends on how you are on the day, and sometimes you just don't know how you are until you're in the run. I've tried to speak to you guys while I'm running, but I'm so out of breath and puffy, and on top of that, the paths I'm running on are slippy, so finding it quite hard to film as well. My legs, they don't want to move, and I'm really struggling with my breathing. It is cold. There's probably loads of elements here that are battling against me, but I think I just need to have a word with myself and say, nearly halfway there, it can be done. The good thing about my journey is I've been through this sort of thing before and got through it, so I've got that in the back of my mind. Right, I'm going to put my big girl pants on, and I'm going to do some running on the field, and we're gonna have a chat. Okay, I'm going to have to be extra careful on this field because I'm not sure the camera is going to pick up how smooth that is, but that is pure smooth, slippery ice. I'm nearly halfway there. Run the mile, you're in. Let's get to mile 4. I think I've come to terms with the fact that this isn't going to be one of my fastest ones. I'm okay with that. Also can't be bothered to put the pressure on to make these 8 miles as quick as I can. The surface I'm running on, it's not in my favour really, is it? Now, when it came to my goals, or my dreams, one of them was to be able to sign up to an event and run it. And it's just unbelievable that I've given myself that option. I could sign up to an event at any point and just go and run it, and it's a dream come true. Sorry guys, I am really struggling to talk to you while I'm running. I feel like I just talk gibberish because I can't try and breathe. I need to try and imagine what it would be like for me if I got my trainers on and I did it, and I used to just think about it all the time, and it used to encourage me, and I just used to picture it. It was just an image in my head. And the amazing thing about running is I persisted, and that picture and image in my head has now turned into a picture and an image of a memory of me finishing events. The best one was Manchester Marathon. I now have the shift of the dream turn into a reality, and I can tell you now wholeheartedly that the reality, the memory that I have, was a million times better than my dream could ever have been. I could never have predicted or known that feeling of finishing a marathon, the first one at the event in Manchester, and seeing my husband in the athletes area waiting for me, stood there, I had my medal on, and that feeling of euphoria after running a whole marathon, feeling knackered. I was in agony. I sprinted at my husband, jumped on him, screaming, I did it, and it was just like something out of a movie for me. I was living a dream. I was living a dream that I could never have dreamt up, is what I'm trying to say. It was incredible, and I want everyone watching this to be able to go through that and have that as a core memory in their life. And although I may be moaning that I'm tired and I'm cold and whatnot, I am living the life that I dreamt of, and yeah, I love it. But I am halfway through this run. I need to get a couple more miles racked up. I'm going to do some more on the fields, and then I'll see how I am. Guys, something really bad's happening. I've only got 10% battery left, so I'm gonna have to do this last half without you. But don't worry, I'll film my evidence on my watch. I will be getting these 8 miles done. I'm so gutted. I didn't charge my phone. I'm so stupid. Okay, I'll see you guys back home. Before I get home, I'm just going to use this last little bit of battery to say, like, I am struggling that last bit that I didn't have you with me so hard. Just want to say, I always aim to try my best to show you and make it not look easy. I think a lot of runners on here, they're so good at what they do that it looks so easy, but I have to film these clips where I'm struggling just to, you know, set my page apart, because that was one of the hardest runs I've done, and I think it was a combination of things. As I said earlier, I'm running on paths and trail in snow and ice in trail shoes. They're really, you know, really tough to run on pavement, and trying to keep balance on the bumpy trails and whatnot. I've struggled, really struggled. So if you're out and you're on a run and you are hanging out and you feel like you're going to be sick, because at mile 7 I stopped and was like, I think I'm going to be sick. You're not alone. Think of me. Because chances are I'm on a run as well and I am hanging out. Right, I'll see you back home. So I'm back and I've had a good old stretch. I've had a wash. I feel nice and fresh. I feel great. I feel like I've been set up for the day. My voice is going, which is a bit worrying because I've got a few more videos yet to film. I really did struggle on these 8 miles today, but you know what? I got it done, and I just feel incredible. I did it. I did those 8 miles. Please let me know in the comments below what your dream is. I would love to know what your goal is and what your dream is. And hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. Hit the subscribe if you want to see some more. And just thank you to everyone who has been following along on this series. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you soon for day 10. Bye guys.